Some mornings change your life forever. Not because the world changed, but because you finally decided to meet yourself before the world met you. Before the chaos, the calls, the comparison. Just you, your breath, your purpose. This is the 5 a.m. Club, and it may just change everything. Welcome, my friend. Today isn't just another day. It could be the beginning of a completely new chapter in your life. A chapter where you stop chasing time and start owning it. Where your mornings become your sanctuary, and your life becomes something you're finally proud of. This isn't just an audiobook summary. This is an invitation to rise above chaos, to reconnect with your purpose, to unlock a version of yourself you may have forgotten, but never truly lost. You're not late. You're right on time. And today we step into the world of the 5 a.m. Club. Let me tell you a little about the man who wrote this life-changing book, Robin Sharma. You might know him as the author of The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, but more than that, he's someone who's spent over 2 decades guiding people, from billionaires to burned-out professionals, helping them rediscover their inner genius. But here's what I love about him. He doesn't just teach success. He teaches significance. He doesn't just talk about productivity, he talks about peace. And in the 5 a.m. Club, he gives us something rare. A path to real, grounded, soul-deep transformation. Now you might be thinking, waking up at 5 a.m.? How is that going to change my life? But it's not just about the time you wake up. It's about who you become in that first quiet hour of the day. It's about starting your morning with intention, instead of distraction. Imagine this. Before the world starts demanding from you, before the notifications, before the pressure, you've already moved your body, cleared your mind, and fed your soul. You've already given to yourself. You're not reacting anymore, you're leading your life. That 1 hour every morning, it becomes your anchor, your sanctuary, your edge. Because as Robin says, own your morning, elevate your life. And the truth is, most of us aren't tired because we're doing too much. We're tired because we're constantly running from ourselves. This book shows you how to stop, breathe, reclaim your power, one sunrise at a time. So, this isn't a typical self-help book filled with lists and tips. Robin Sharma does something different. He wraps the wisdom inside a story of 3 strangers, each broken in their own way, each standing at a crossroads. The first, a burned-out entrepreneur. She's lost her spark. Her business is on the edge. Inside, she's barely holding it together. The second, a frustrated artist, full of talent but stuck in self-doubt, constantly comparing, constantly questioning. And then, there's a man who enters their lives like a storm, but also like sunlight. At first glance, he's strange, even foolish. Old clothes, sandals, says odd things. So, they find out he's not just any man. He's a billionaire. One of the wealthiest, most successful people in the world. And he lives by one powerful, sacred habit. He wakes up at 5 a.m. every single day. And now, he's about to teach them, and us, why it matters. Have you ever met someone who just gets it? Who lives with such clarity and calm that you wonder, what do they know that I don't? That's what this billionaire feels like. But here's the twist. He wasn't born disciplined. He wasn't always wise. He built himself, hour by hour, habit by habit, sunrise by sunrise. And the tool that changed everything? It wasn't money. It wasn't connections. It was a morning ritual. A ritual he calls the 20/20/20 formula. He breaks it down like this. From 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., you don't just wake up and scroll through your phone. You protect that hour like your life depends on it, because in many ways, it does. You split that golden hour into 3 parts. First 20 minutes, move. Get your heart beating. Run, do yoga, dance, anything that makes you sweat. Why? Because movement changes your state. You release cortisol, flush stress, awaken dopamine, and activate joy. You're not just waking up your body, You're waking up your power. Second 20 minutes, reflect. Now that your body's awake, go inward. Sit in silence. Journal. Meditate. Think about who you want to become. This is where you meet your inner world. Because peace isn't found in the external noise. It's found in the quiet you never give yourself. Last 20 minutes, grow. Read something that expands you. Study a great mind. Watch a motivational video or listen to an audiobook. Because you don't just feed your body, you feed your mind. And what you learn shapes how you lead your life. Think about it. If every morning you moved your body, centered your mind, and fed your soul, what would your day start to feel like? Would you still be chasing time? Or would time start moving in your rhythm? Would you still feel scattered or in control? The billionaire in the story says, "Small daily improvements, when done consistently over time, lead to stunning results." And he's right. Because success isn't loud. Growth isn't dramatic. It's quiet, early, and private. It happens when the world is still asleep, and you're already becoming who you were meant to be. So, in the next part, we'll go deeper. You'll discover the 4 interior empires, the real forces that shape your destiny far beyond mindset alone. And you'll learn why working on your heart, body, mind, and soul every morning isn't just a ritual, it's a revolution. So take a deep breath. You've already begun. The rest is waiting with the sunrise. Now let's discuss the 4 interior empires. Let's pause for a moment, because by now, you may have started asking yourself, what really needs to change in me? Is it just about waking up early? Just better habits? Or is it something deeper? The billionaire in the story smiles and says, to truly master your days, you must first master your inner world. And that's where the real journey begins. You see, we've all been told that mindset is everything. But Robin Sharma challenges that. He says, mindset is just one piece of the puzzle. To truly become extraordinary, to live a beautiful life from the inside out, you must build strength in 4 invisible empires within you. He calls them mindset, Heartset, Healthset, Soulset. Let me walk you through them gently, one by one. 1. Mindset, the psychology. This is where most people stop. It's your thoughts, your beliefs, the stories you tell yourself. But here's the thing. You can read every success book in the world. But if your inner voice still whispers you're not enough, no strategy will save you. That's why mindset is important, but not everything. You must go deeper. 2. Heartset, the emotional world. Heartset is about your emotions, your wounds, the things you've buried and never allowed yourself to feel. So many high achievers look powerful on the outside, but are silently carrying pain they've never processed. When your heart is heavy, your joy is blocked, your light becomes dim. Healing emotionally is just as crucial as thinking positively, because you can't step into greatness when you're still chained to yesterday's pain. 3. Healthset, your physical vitality. This isn't just about six-pack abs. This is about energy, because without vitality, even your dreams feel heavy. You need your body to support your purpose. A fit, strong body becomes the vessel for your highest work. And let's be real. You can't change the world if you're too tired to get out of bed. 4. Soulset, the deep inner connection. This one, most people ignore it, but it's the most beautiful of all. Soulset is your connection to something greater. Your inner peace, your spirituality, your conscience. It's when you do the right thing, even when no one's watching. It's when you sit in silence, and instead of panic, you find presence. This is where meaning lives, where purpose is born. And without Soulset, all the fame, money, and status feel empty. So let me ask you, when was the last time you truly nourished all 4 parts of yourself? Your mind sharpened and positive, your heart healed and light, your body strong and alive, your soul still and whole. Because success isn't about becoming someone else. It's about returning to the strongest, most peaceful version of you. Robin says, all change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. So if your transformation feels uncomfortable, good. You're doing it right. You're not just building a morning routine. You're rebuilding a life. One where you finally stop leaking energy into the past and start pouring it into the future you deserve. In the next part, we go even deeper. You'll learn about the twin cycles of elite performance, why rest is just as sacred as grind, and how world-class greatness is built with rhythm, not rush. Because the 5 a.m. club isn't about hustling harder. It's about living smarter, softer, and stronger than ever before. Let's keep going. You're just getting started. Twin cycles, rest, and the habit that changes everything. You know, we live in a world that praises the grind. No days off. Hustle 24/7. Sleep when you're dead. But here's the truth no one tells you. Even the most legendary performers don't operate at full speed all the time. Just like the ocean has tides, and the moon waxes and wanes, your energy too is cyclical. And in the 5 a.m. club, Robin Sharma introduces something radical, but deeply wise. The twin cycles of elite performance. He says, to truly live and create like a legend, you need to understand two sacred cycles. 1. The high excellence cycle. 2. The deep recovery cycle. High excellence cycle, create, build, give your best. This is where you show up fully. You execute. You lead. You create. You put your heart and sweat into your mission. This is the go phase. The one the world applauds. The one we often get addicted to. But even the best of us can't stay here forever. If you stay in high excellence too long, you burn out. You lose joy. You start resenting the very dream you once loved. That's why the second cycle is just as holy. Deep recovery cycle, restore, reflect, renew. Here, you pause. You rest. You sleep. You unplug from the noise. But not out of laziness. Out of wisdom. Because true growth doesn't happen during the workout. It happens after, when you rest and rebuild. Same with life. The best athletes, artists, and thinkers in the world, they don't just train hard. They recover like pros. And if you're always in go mode, you're not brave, you're bleeding. So maybe, just maybe, if you're feeling exhausted right now, it's not because you're weak. It's because you've earned a deep recovery cycle. Give yourself permission to pause, to breathe, to come back even stronger. Because that's where excellence truly begins. Now, let's talk about something we all struggle with. How do I make this last? You've probably felt inspired before. Maybe after reading a book or hearing a talk. But then life creeps back in. Old habits return. And the spark fades. Right? That's where Robin Sharma's 66-day rule comes in. The 66-day habit installation protocol. He says, all change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. And that's exactly how habits work. Here's the breakdown of what happens in those 66 days. Days 1 to 22, destruction. You're breaking the old pattern. It feels uncomfortable, frustrating. Your brain resists. Your body complains. But this is necessary. Because you're not just creating a new habit. You're releasing an old identity. Days 23 to 44, installation. Now you're in the messy middle. The excitement is gone. But the results aren't fully here yet. This is where most people quit. But this is where the magic is built. Day by day. Brick by brick. Even if you don't feel it yet, the shift is happening. Days 45 to 66. Integration. Something clicks. It becomes easier. The resistance fades. You start to crave the habit. Because now, it's part of you. No longer something you do, but someone you are. Just imagine. If you committed to just one habit, waking up at 5 a.m., for just 66 days, you wouldn't just change your schedule. You'd change your story. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being devoted to the person you know you're meant to be. You don't need to rush. You don't need to compete. You just need to start and keep going, even when it gets messy. That's what greatness looks like in real life. And now, in the final part of this journey, we'll pull everything together, and I'll share the biggest takeaways from this book. But more importantly, how to live them. Every morning, every day, every breath. Because this isn't just a book, it's a way of life. So here we are, at the end of the journey. But maybe if you felt it in your heart, this isn't an ending at all. It's a beginning. A quiet, early morning doorway into a life you've always known was meant for you. A life where you stop surviving and finally start living. Let's take a breath and remember what we've learned. From the very first page, Robin Sharma didn't just give us ideas. He gave us a story. A billionaire who once lived in chaos. An entrepreneur on the verge of breaking down. An artist caught in the grip of self-doubt. All guided back to themselves by a single powerful shift, the 5 a.m. habit. We discovered how the 20/20/20 formula transforms the first hour of your day into the most sacred time of your life. 1. Move to activate your body. 2. Reflect to calm your heart. 3. Grow to sharpen your mind and soul. We explored the 4 interior empires: mindset, Heartset, Healthset, Soulset, and we finally saw that a truly rich life isn't built by just thinking better, but by feeling, healing, strengthening, and connecting deeper. We learned that life has cycles, moments to rise, and moments to rest, because burnout doesn't make you brave, balance does. And we embraced the truth of the 66-day rule, that real transformation is not instant, but if you stay with it even when it's messy, you'll wake up one day, completely reborn. So now it's your turn, not just to listen, but to live, to choose yourself, to gift yourself that quiet, powerful hour, when the world is still asleep, and you are fully awake. Just imagine, waking up at 5 a.m., as sunlight spills gently through your window, moving your body, feeling alive, writing your thoughts, releasing what no longer serves, reading something that reminds you of who you're becoming, all before the world asks anything of you. That's not just a routine. That's revolution. Robin Sharma says it best. Own your morning. Elevate your life. And maybe the real message here is this: the person you're trying to become is already inside you. She just needs a little quiet. He just needs a little sunrise. They just need a little belief. So tomorrow when the alarm rings, don't hit snooze on your life. Wake up, rise up, and take back your story. Because you were never meant for average. You were meant for legendary. Thank you for listening. If this audiobook moved something inside you, please like, share, and subscribe to the Actionable Listener. Because this is just the beginning of many journeys we'll walk together. Comment below. What's the one habit you are ready to commit to starting tomorrow morning? Until next time, keep rising, keep showing up, and remember, greatness begins before the sun comes up.